Yo, how's it going, squad? Welcome back to another reaction video. So in this video, it's gonna be part 2 of Dreamcatcher dodging, disbandment, and other extreme sports, a history of Dreamcatcher. We are in history class right now. This is part 2. If you guys haven't watched part 1, please go watch that first and then come back to this video. Come on now. But without further ado, we got like about 15 minutes left, so let's hear the rest of the history of Dreamcatcher. I'm excited. Let's get it. Okay,
2018, Dreamcatcher celebrated their first anniversary with a fan meet.
First anniversary, okay.
Sold out within minutes. While Dreamcatcher may have not been the biggest group in the world, their work in the past year had started to bring in dedicated fans. The celebration included the release of revamped material, new photo shoots, and the release of their fan-dedicated single, Full Moon.
Full Moon.
There was also an announcement of a March
Full
comeback.
Moon. And then
Time
they
passed,
do that.
they wrapped
Bro,
up
I still
their tour
remember the
activities,
movement.
and March arrived. They released their official name for the fan base, but no comeback.
What?
The month went on, no comeback.
No comeback.
March ended, April began, and still no comeback. Eventually, Happy Face announced that the album had been delayed, and fans were starting to get antsy.
If I was a fan of them back in 2018, I would be so antsy. I'd be like, where's Dreamcatcher?
April closed out with no sign of Dreamcatcher. Moving into May, Happy Face was utterly vacant. None of the members were making announcements, and the radio silence was starting to scare people.
Yeah, I would be shaking in my boots.
Finally,
I'll be shaking in my boots.
An official announcement told the fans that Dreamcatcher were named ambassadors for Microsoft's blockchain security technology. And everyone said,
"Where's the album?"
That's what I would have said. If I was a fan, if I knew Dreamcatcher back then, I would have been
come
like
on,
the same way.
This isn't a comeback. Where's the comeback? I thought we were getting it.
Hey. Baby, you and I.
And then Dreamcatcher dropped You and I. On May 10th, Dreamcatcher released their second album, Escape the Era. 6 songs, a budget update, and a hit on the charts. The comeback peaked at number 3 on the Gaon chart and debuted at number 7 on Billboard World Albums. The comeback centered around their iconic sound while also playing well to industry interests. The styling, choreography, and album maintained their unique traits while also imbuing them with elements of girl crush and EDM, 2 of the hottest dishes on the table at the moment. The comeback sparked heat in the industry, and the fanbase expanded into the mainstream. This was a good sign, because despite the touring projects Dreamcatcher had done the past year, they had yet to solidify a foothold across the ocean. You and I didn't draw blood in just the Korean market. Suddenly, the international fanbase was stoked from the embers, and Dreamcatcher rose from the ranks of cult favorite to commercial success. It was looking more and more like You and I was going to be the song that solidified Dreamcatcher for good.
That's good.
They had a really good week. And when I say a week, I do mean a week.
What?
For a full 7 days, it was Dreamcatcher's world. They received their first ever nomination for a win with You and I, and then
BTS. We know y'all are banger. Why did you do that? You couldn't wait like another week? Give them 14 days? Yo, this song was killer.
To be fair, it didn't matter who you were. You were shunted out the door when Love Yourself Tear dropped.
Yeah, there's no way.
Popularity disparity. Now we're gonna hit some confusion in the storyline. Sensing the growth of their popularity, the group went into something of a frenzy. Riding the high of You and I, they released a third mini album in September as part of their What comeback.
Okay. Wait, is this what?
It officially broke the 30,000.
Yo, I've heard this song before, but I don't think I have not reacted to this video yet.
Position of all time.
Oh shoot, I gotta watch this video.
They had a Japanese debut, and while they were met with some initial success, the activities in Japan
Wait, what is this video? Yo, what is that video?
2019. Regardless,
2019.
They had another comeback on
this is
February
when
13th,
I
2019
was introduced to Dreamcatcher.
Nightmare,
this is when I found out about Dreamcatcher. 2019. Oh, down, down, down for me. Okay, it's not too late. Emergency, emergency. Okay.
I believe this is when Happy Face rebranded as Dreamcatcher Company, but some sources also say that it was a sub-label known as Dreamcatcher Company. Bless their hearts, I have no idea what they put in the water in Happy Face.
It don't really matter.
And then off they went on yet another tour.
Dreamcatcher Company, Happy Face,
and I mean that in the bucket loads of pathetic fallacy way.
Oh.
And no, pathetic fallacy has nothing to do with the word pathetic, meaning desperate or depressing. Rather, everywhere
Dude, I like this girl's
went,
vocabulary.
things started to go wrong.
She on point.
Their concert in Jakarta was completely shut down for reasons that were never explained. There were scheduling conflicts and issues with tickets, and one of the theaters caught fire and burned down. Everything was
Why are they so lucky, but they're so unlucky at the same time?
Were released, but they went nowhere. In hopes of reigniting fan morale, the group opened applications for their official fan club that summer, but even then, little news came out of it and the whole affair slipped under the waves. While Dreamcatcher seemed to be anywhere and everywhere and their comebacks were reaching decent upfront numbers, there was something off about their success. No matter how frequent the comebacks or how long the tours, Dreamcatcher couldn't seem to create a sense of longevity. The spaghetti wasn't sticking to the wall, and after a few weeks of initial success, Dreamcatcher's prominence would fade and take a backseat to everyone else in the industry. They seemed to be relying almost entirely on reappearance power, but in the grand scheme of things, it seemed that not many people outside the immediate fandom would notice that they went silent. Dreamcatcher's streak of good luck had short-circuited, and the members were rightfully exhausted.
That's sad, yo.
It was time to take a break, get some air, and come back when everyone was good and ready. In the meantime, Happy Face did what they do best, something unconventional. Happy Face started having board meetings with Vespa, an indie game developing company based in South Korea.
Hello. Yes, handshake. A handshake for you.
I like your tie.
I'm not wearing a tie. Have a handshake.
I heard the food would be provided.
I lied. Hello.
Your hands are very warm.
What if
the man version
and have her come back from the dead?
So here's my idea.
What?
Give you a big fucking sword.
Yes, exactly.
Brilliant.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fantastic.
That's all
I
ever wanted.
Match made in heaven. On September 18th, we finally saw what all those board meetings have been about.
This is a song that introduced me to Dreamcatcher, Deja Vu. Hey. Okay, whatever.
Deja Vu was unlike anything Dreamcatcher had done before. The
that video was banger.
With Vespa's mobile game King's Raid.
I wish I found out about them earlier, but hey,
dramatic visuals in the music video.
I'm here now.
That usual Dreamcatcher core was now combined with an emotional ballad, and it gave them their first charting song in the K-pop Hot 100. The album Raid of Dream hit number 3 and became their highest-selling album of all time. There was still one milestone that Dreamcatcher and their fandom had yet to crack: a first win on a music show. They'd come close in the past year, but hadn't quite managed to snag one. With the emerging success of Deja Vu, they might have their shot. Deja Vu was nominated for a win by SBS's music show, The Show, and many fans crossed their fingers in hopes that Dreamcatcher would take home their first win.
Right?
That night...
Yeah, I heard about this. This is when they got robbed, or like, there was some like scheme going on. Something fishy in the water. Bro, what, by 11 points?
The winner of the night was Everglow, taking home their first ever win.
Okay.
I'm gonna label this entire section alleged. There are details that can't be confirmed about certain parts of this issue, and there's so many different parts to what happened, and a lot of it is loosely translated from Korean into English. I encourage you to do your own research and come to your own conclusions.
That's
anyway,
right.
On to what happened as best as I could research.
Okay.
Just a little while after the show announced its winner, fans and non-fans of Dreamcatcher began speaking out against the final scores, claiming miscalculation and even fraudulent behavior. So, there's a lot of controversy surrounding these numbers here.
Okay.
After the controversy gained some traction, a few fans started to claim that these numbers were already confirmed accurate and that the controversy was based on lies. As of now, there is absolutely no confirmation on any website
why is their final score so low compared to the other two?
Are accurate. Yes, if you add these numbers straight down, you do get 7,861 and 7,850.
Right.
However, the addition of these numbers isn't what the outrage was about. It's that these numbers allegedly should have never existed like this to begin with, and that the calculation that was done to create them was fudged.
Dang, the fans are smart.
I'm basically going to be summarizing several articles that broke down the calculation process, the faulty
I don't know
results,
how the
people were saying
calculations
could have
are
been
done.
intentional skewing. All of this information is readily accessible. I encourage you to look at them. One of the primary articles I'm looking at is this one by XDoubleStar, who, while not a website I'm deeply familiar with, provided a decent amount of verifiable information. Okay. I'm going to be paraphrasing a lot from them. Credit to the breakdown goes to XDoubleStar. Basically, Row 2 is where fans claim things went wrong. According to XDoubleStar, we can establish beyond reasonable doubt that wrongdoing took place.
Okay.
Basically, 3 major things happened here. The first is that several points were shaved off of Dreamcatcher's YouTube score. Here is the viewer board of the show. Based on the show's own data, the score Dreamcatcher should have received was 1,472 points, higher than what they were actually given, which means the show had data that gave one result, and yet somehow another number showed up. But the second thing happened in the category Expert Preferences. What is Expert Preferences? It's basically a category where the broadcast can award points to groups based on what they claim are preferences of experts. But this category has long been disputed by practically every fandom in the industry and even some companies.
Right.
And is largely considered a place where shows just skew points to favor certain groups.
That category is
in this episode
trash.
The show, CLC and Everglow both received full scores of 1,500 points for expert preference.
How Dreamcatcher got 0?
Dreamcatcher received a 0, which came as a shock to some people. But even with a 0, Dreamcatcher still would have won. In order for Dreamcatcher to receive the lower final score that they did, the experts had to have given them less than the minimum amount of 0 and then masked it by announcing 0.
Here's how you about to give a negative score?
These are all just claims as far as I know.
Oh yeah, this is super fishy now.
Published in this section, except for expert preferences.
Now that she's going in detail, this is super.
Now let's remember that the minimum score for expert preference is apparently 0.
Yeah, how can you go under 0?
Giving Dreamcatcher an absolute 0 in expert preferences. Their final score for this section is 1,972 points.
Okay.
But the final score that the show released for Dreamcatcher was 1,850, 122 points below the possible minimum
They
score.
subtract 100 out of their score.
How did the show give them a score over 100 points below the minimum? Fans are saying that they gave Dreamcatcher negative points in this category. Allegedly, Dreamcatcher was given negative points in a category where
negative?
You can't get negative points.
How are you about to get negative?
Which would mean that their score was deliberately subtracted. Dreamcatcher would have been given a false score on behalf of the show.
Wow,
and if these weren't simple computer errors, this would be cheating. Several fans and non-fans alike recalculated the scores using the minimum possible of 1,472 points.
Right.
And based on the results, even if Dreamcatcher had scored an actual 0 in expert preference,
which seems
again
unlikely,
is absurd to begin with,
they
still would have beaten Everglow for first place. This led many fans to conclude that the show fudged Dreamcatcher's score and even subtracted points from it so that they could edge them in just under Everglow. If this is what happened, subtracting points from a group's score is tampering with a group's ability to win, and that directly impacts a group's success in the industry.
I like that.
So it's not really a surprise that some fans were disappointed and untrustworthy after the strange results were posted. Now, it's time to remember that this is not, under any circumstances, Everglow's fault.
Right.
Everglow as a group had absolutely nothing to do with the way the show's scores were calculated. And no one can deny that they are a monster rookie group with tons of support.
They're very good.
In the end, this is just as much a blow to Everglow as it is to Dreamcatcher. Everglow worked extremely hard to get where they are, and the last thing they want is a fraudulent first win, especially regarding all the heated tensions around rigging right now. And of course, this is not the first time a music show has given a win to the wrong group. In May of 2016, KBS's Music Bank gave first place to AOA for Good Luck, when the actual win belonged to Twice for Cheer Up. In May of 2019, Mnet's M Countdown gave first place to New East for Bet Bet, when the win really belonged to Oh My Girl for The 5th Season. Something about the month of May apparently throws everyone's math skills out the window. The difference, of course, is that these shows both made official and public announcements about the mistakes and corrected the math as well as the true holder of the win. As of the making of this video, SBS and the show have made no such announcement. In fact, the only acknowledgement the show gave to the controversy were public tweets that seemed to passive-aggressively mock the group and the fans for the loss of the first win. And that was that for 2019.
Mocked them. I'm about to,
2020. So what's up with Dreamcatcher now?
Bro. The show?
Based on sheer numbers alone, Dreamcatcher is a decently successful group. Their continued sales presence puts them just under Lovely's, AOA, and Idol. Given their commercial sales and consistent comeback rate, I feel comfortable saying that they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, sir.
It could be that this underrated narrative comes from a lack of blockbuster success internationally or top 3 status, and as such causes them to fall into the shadows in the eyes of many international fans. It could also be, and this is my personal hypothesis, that many of the struggles Dreamcatcher has gone through point out a distinct attempt by shadier parts of the industry to stifle the growth of an unconventional group.
That's so sad.
The industry thrives on convention, unfortunately, and
that's how the world works.
Denied, sabotaged, or shut down entirely. And yet, despite all that, Dreamcatcher has survived today. Dreamcatcher is something of an utter fascination. Ever since they first appeared as Minx, they have been doing some serious parkour to keep in the game. Rolling,
dodging bullets,
and flat out vaulting over the screen like they're in the Olympics. It's pretty damn impressive.
That man's lit.
So here's to you, Dreamcatcher. Right now, you might be K-pop's Leonardo DiCaprio, but you are by far some of the most unkillable girls in the game.
I like
that.
Though
I still have questions as to what you did to that one guy. Dreamcatcher have announced a Japanese comeback this upcoming March, and let's hope that both means actual March and more success in Japan. Go get 'em, girls.
Go get 'em, girls.
That's all from me this time. Best of luck to Dreamcatcher, and I'll catch you guys later.
Okay. Hey, for real, shout out to the girl that made this video. I think it's a girl, right? I mean, it's a girl with the voice. Shout out to Mura. Great job. Like, you deserve an applause. Round of applause. Come on now. See, now that I saw this video, it just makes me want to support them even more. You know, when I started making Dreamcatcher reaction videos, you know, I was like, hey, this group is lit, but I don't hear no one talking about them. So, you know, I went out of my way to be like, hey, I gotta spread awareness and let the world know they sleeping on a group. They sleeping on some talent. You know, for me, it's pretty easy, you know. It doesn't matter how popular you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. If I see talent, I'm supporting it. I am a supporter of talent. Easy enough. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Thank you so much for watching another reaction video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this Dreamcatcher history class lesson. You already know. Honestly, you guys probably already watched this. This is just for me, honestly. I'm just learning more and more about Dreamcatcher each and every day. Each and every reaction video, I'm learning more and more. Soon enough, you know, I'll be all caught up and I'll just be waiting on their comebacks. Can't wait. But until next time, don't let dreams be dreams and strive to be the reason why. Let's get it.